Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Today is another edition of Sample Saturday. I have quite a few things that I worked through this week and I just wanted to talk to you about them. All right, first up is this lotion from Elie Saab. This is the La Parfum. It is a shimmering body lotion. I put a little on my hand so you can see it's not really that shimmery at all. Sometimes shimmering lotions can make my skin feel really like tight and itchy. There's just something in the shimmer, I guess, itself, and I am allergic to a lot of like glitters. So this one didn't cause any reactions though. It worked pretty well. It wasn't super moisturizing though, so I wouldn't buy it because, like I've said, these lotions are really expensive, like when you break them down, but this one worked pretty good. Like I said though, not really shimmering all that much at all. Next up is another infamous coffee scrub. This one was very different than the one that I had last week though. This is from Mine Tan, which I'm not really familiar with this group, but it had sugar in it too, and it was a really fine grind of coffee, so it was like about the same like texture as the sugar, and it was really oily. It did not want to come out. Like, I tried to turn this guy inside out, that's why it looks so terrible, because it was so hard to get the stuff out of here. This was not user-friendly at all, like trying to scoop it out. I didn't like it at all. It wasn't super messy. Like, yes, it still was messy. Not quite as messy as the one last week, but the one last week I didn't find to be overly messy. Like, I just had to make sure I really rinsed my tub, but it didn't cause like too much of a mess, and it didn't have oil. This one had more oil, but it didn't coat the tub or anything, which is like a pet peeve of mine with scrubs. I don't want something that makes it all slippery. So this one I didn't like at all. I would not purchase it. I didn't find it to be that exfoliating either, which is the whole point of an exfoliator, like a coffee scrub. All right, then we have from Disney, this is the Rapunzel shower gel. I liked this one. I think Ariel is still my favorite, but this one smelled really good too. I like the consistency of this. It's almost like kind of a jelly. It's a little bit thicker than a regular shower gel because usually they're a little more liquidy. This had a little bit more viscosity to it. I really like it. And this one was cute because it did have a little Pascal on it. So yeah, I like this one. If I found it for a good price, I probably would pick it up in the future actually. We're gonna start with the one that's not quite done, but is close enough that I'm gonna call it. I'm not gonna count it and put it in my empties video, but it is the anti-aging eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay. I don't like this one that much. I liked the original one. I've tried it in the past, but this one doesn't seem to have as much lasting power. Like, my eyeshadow has been creasing a lot lately, and I didn't get that with other primers or with the original one. So not too impressed with the anti-aging one. It does go on really nicely. It just doesn't have the staying power that I expect from an eyeshadow primer. Then, let's see, I'm gonna save the perfumes for last. Lots of sample packets. Finished up the last Dr. Dennis Gross. This is the extra strength daily peel. I did like these. They're pretty strong. I didn't find them to be as strong on my skin as the original ones. So I think there's different ingredients in them. I kind of talked about them last week, but did finish it. I like them. I think they're way too much money though, and I'd rather just stick on a serum than have a two-step, but I'm a little lazy that way. Then we have this serum from No BS. This is the hyaluronic serum. It's just pure hyaluronic acid, and it was okay. There was a lot in here. Like, this I got so many uses out of. It was way more, like, I would say there's at least a week's worth of serum in here. Like I said, it was okay. It had no scent, no coloring to it at all. It was just like, felt like kind of like putting on water, but it took a little bit of time to soak in. It was pretty good. It's not really the type of serum that I look for. I want something that's going to turn over cells a little bit more, but I do think it's a good one. If you're looking for a hyaluronic acid, that's a good one. And I mixed it with this little guy I got from Clarins. This is the Booster Energy and Ginseng. And this you're supposed to mix with your serum. And it's supposed to give you a boost. This had like no scent to it at all. I used this several times. It didn't have any scent. Like I was expecting it to energize because it's an energy, right? It didn't feel any different than when I just used the hyaluronic on its own. So this one was kind of a disappointment. I would say don't waste your money on that. But this one, if you're looking for a hyaluronic acid, I think it would be a good one. Then we have two of these moisturizers from Drunk Elephant. This is the Protini Polypeptide Cream. Strengthen and moisturize 9 signal peptides and pygmy water lily, not watermelon. So this went on really nice. I liked the feel of it, but I woke up because I used it as a night cream. It's like my skin smelled funky and it smelled like earthy. It was weird. I did not enjoy this because of that. Like waking up and having that really weird smell, and it happened both days that I used this. It didn't happen other days. Like I haven't had that experience, but my pillow kind of smelled like it too. My pillowcase, not my actual pillow. But yeah, I didn't like this. So this had some type of reaction with my skin. So I would not recommend these. Not something I would buy. It might work better with your skin. Who knows? All right, I have started using these. I have several of them from Kiehls. This is a powerful strength line reducing concentrate with 12.5% vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. So these, like I got a set of 7 of them, so it was supposed to be like a 7-day thing. I've been using this every other night and I can get 2 uses out of this because there's quite a bit in there. This is unlike any vitamin C serum I've ever tried. One, I'm not always impressed with Kiehls. Like, I think a lot of their stuff is just okay. This is probably the best thing I've ever tried from them, and I am kind of impressed with it, which is unusual because the only other thing I've really like felt, ooh, I'm interested in buying this is their eye cream. This, like, you put it on and it kind of warms your skin. Like, you feel like it actually feels like it's working right when you put it on, and I felt like it's just doing a good job, and I'm excited to keep using these. You'll kind of see my progress as I talk about them. But yeah, I've been enjoying those. I think so far, I think it's a good serum. Lavalier Marine Deep Moisturizer. It was okay. It wasn't really enough. Like, this is a big old packet, but it hardly had anything in it. It wasn't even enough to tell like if it really moisturized enough. So I would say don't waste your money on that. Same with this. This is the Tarte Highlighting Moisturizer. I used this as a neck and chest moisturizer, and it did not want to smooth in to my skin at all. It was like pilling up. I had little balls of shimmer everywhere. It was weird. I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't recommend it either. Then we have from Algenist. This was something anti-aging cream. I do like this one. I like Algenist as a line. I had pretty good results with them. I've never purchased them. I've just tried samples of them though. If you find it at like TJ Maxx, I'm pretty sure at TJ Maxx and Marshalls they have them. It would be worth it, but I wouldn't say go out of your way to try to get them or pay full price for things. All right, fragrances. We're gonna start with Nest. This is Wisteria Blue. This one was okay. I didn't feel like it was super long lasting. It's a nice kind of light floral. Nothing that's going to be obnoxious or anything, but nothing that I felt like was overly special. Would I buy it? Probably if it was on sale because I just really love the Nest bottles. And I have several Nest fragrances for the bottles themselves, but I don't think it's a scent that I would actually seek out to purchase. Same with Eternity. I wasn't overly impressed with this. Like, it was just okay. It felt very safe and middle of the road, and like I usually like something a little bit more interesting. So Eternity by Calvin Klein, I think I'm going to pass on the rest of this one just because I don't see myself reaching for it or wearing it. Same with this one. This is CK Everyone. It was okay. It wasn't overly masculine, but it is a little bit more masculine than the scents that I normally reach for. But I wore it and I tolerated it, but it's nothing that I would purchase. And this one I honestly don't remember at all. This is CK2. I know I wore it too, but it was forgettable. Like in all of these, I feel like they were all forgettable scents. They weren't anything that I would smell and be like, oh, that's something, if I smelled on somebody, I'd be like, ooh, I want to smell like that. It would be like, oh yeah, they smell okay. Like they smell nice. They've showered, they're clean kind of scents, but they're nothing overly special. Lots of samples. I've been really trying to work through all of my foil samples because I was getting overflow in my containers of them, and it's just like, they're the ones that I don't reach for as much because, you know, they're one-time use usually. Sometimes twice use, or in the case of the No BS, a lot of uses. Let me know if you've tried any of these, what your thoughts are on them, if you would purchase them yourselves, or if you've even tried them. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Please let me know how you are doing, and I will talk to you guys next time.